Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy to Remember, your favorite YouTube channel for learning real, natural English that you can use every day. I'm so excited to see you here. My name is Umbriel, and if this is your first time watching, welcome to our community. This channel is all about helping you speak English confidently and naturally, just like a native speaker. Today, we're starting something really special, a complete series on English tenses. We're going to cover all 12 tenses in English, one by one, in detail. And we're starting with the very first and most fundamental tense, the simple present tense. The simple present is probably the first tense you learned when you started studying English. But here's the thing. Even advanced learners make mistakes with simple present. Why? Because it's not as simple as it seems. There are specific rules, exceptions, and uses that many people don't fully understand. In this video, I'm going to give you a complete guide to simple present. We'll cover what simple present is and when to use it, how to form positive, negative, and questions, all the spelling rules you need to know, common mistakes and how to avoid them, and lots of examples so you can see it in action. By the end of this video, you'll have complete mastery of the simple present tense. You'll know exactly when to use it, how to form it correctly, and how to avoid the most common mistakes. Before we start, please hit that like button if you're ready to master simple present. And don't forget to subscribe to Easy to Remember because we're creating a complete 12-part series on all the English tenses. All right, are you ready? Let's dive into the simple present tense. What is simple present? First, let's talk about what simple present actually is. Simple present, also called present simple, is a verb tense we use to talk about things that happen regularly or repeatedly, general facts and truths, permanent situations, and things that are always true. The key word here is simple. This tense is called simple because it uses the base form of the verb. There's no helping verb like am, is, are, have, or has in positive sentences. Just the verb itself. For example, I work, you play, they live. See? Simple. Just the verb in its basic form. Well, almost. There is one exception. When we use he, she, or it, we add s or es to the verb. But we'll talk about that in detail later. Now let's look at exactly when we use simple present. The most common use of simple present is to talk about habits, routines, and things we do regularly. What are habits? A habit is something you do regularly, an action that you repeat often. It's part of your routine or lifestyle. Examples of habits are I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. She drinks coffee every morning. They go to the gym 3 times a week. He watches TV before bed. We eat dinner at 6 p.m. These are all regular, repeated actions. They don't happen just once. They happen again and again as part of your routine. Notice that we often use time expressions with simple present to show how often something happens. Frequency adverbs are always, usually, often, sometimes, occasionally, rarely, and never. Examples: I always brush my teeth before bed. She usually walks to work. They often eat out on Fridays. He sometimes forgets his keys. We occasionally go to the movies. I rarely drink soda. She never eats meat. Time expressions are every day, every week, every month, every year. Once a week, twice a month, 3 times a year. On Mondays, on weekends. In the morning, in the evening, at night. Examples: I exercise every day. She visits her parents every weekend. They have a meeting once a week. He plays soccer on Saturdays. We watch movies in the evening. Important rule: where do frequency adverbs go in a sentence? Frequency adverbs usually go before the main verb and after the verb be. Examples: I always study English. She never eats breakfast. He is always happy. They are usually late. Let me share some of my own habits using simple present. I drink green tea every morning. I never drink coffee. I don't like the taste. I usually exercise 3 times a week, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I always check my emails first thing when I arrive at work. On weekends, I often visit my parents. I rarely go to bed before 11 p.m. All of these sentences describe my regular habits and routines. That's why I use simple present. Now, my friend Sarah has different habits. Sarah wakes up at 6 a.m. every day. She always makes her bed right after waking up. She drinks coffee every morning. She can't function without it. She works from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. She usually eats lunch at her desk. After work, she sometimes goes to the gym, but not always. She rarely cooks dinner. She prefers to order food. She never stays up past midnight. The second major use of simple present is for general facts and truths. Things that are always true, that don't change. Scientific facts. These are facts about how the world works, how nature works. Scientific truths. Examples: water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. The Earth revolves around the sun. Ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Humans need oxygen to breathe. Plants need sunlight to grow. Gravity pulls objects toward the Earth. These facts are always true. They're not temporary or changing. They're permanent truths about the world. General truths about people and things. We also use simple present for general statements about categories of people or things. Examples: dogs have 4 legs. Cats are animals. Birds fly. Fish swim. Doctors help sick people. Teachers educate students. Farmers grow crops. These are general truths about what these people or animals are or do. General truths about places. Examples: London is the capital of England. Paris is in France. The Nile is the longest river in Africa. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. Australia is a country and a continent. These are geographical facts that don't change. General truths about health, life, behavior. Examples: exercise is good for your health. Smoking causes cancer. Children need sleep. Reading improves vocabulary. Practice makes perfect. Money doesn't buy happiness. All of these are general truths, so we use simple present. More examples from everyday knowledge. English is a global language. Coffee contains caffeine. Vegetables are healthy. Too much sugar is bad for your health. The internet connects people around the world. Hard work leads to success. All of these are general truths, so we use simple present. The third use of simple present is for permanent situations, things that are stable, long-term, and not temporary. Permanent residence. Examples: I live in New York. She lives in London. They live in a big house. My parents live in the countryside. When we say, I live in New York with simple present, we mean this is our permanent home. We're not just visiting or staying temporarily. We actually live there. Compare, I live in New York. Simple present, permanent. I'm living in New York. Present continuous, temporary. We'll learn about present continuous in a future video, but for now, remember, simple present equals permanent situation. Permanent jobs and occupations. Examples: I work as a teacher. She works in a hospital. He works for Google. They work in the finance industry. My brother works as an engineer. This is your real job, your career, not just a temporary position. Permanent abilities and skills. Examples: I speak 3 languages. She plays the piano. He knows how to swim. They understand Spanish. My sister drives a car. These are abilities you have permanently. You learned them and you still have them. Permanent relationships. Examples: I have 2 brothers. She has 3 children. He knows my father. We belong to this club. They own a restaurant. These are stable, long-term relationships and situations. Permanent preferences, beliefs, opinions. Examples: I love chocolate. She hates cold weather. He likes classical music. They prefer tea to coffee. I believe in hard work. She thinks learning languages is important. These are your long-term preferences and beliefs, not just temporary feelings. Let me give you some examples about myself. I live in city. This is where I permanently live. It's my home. I work as an English teacher on YouTube. This is my career, what I do for a living. I speak English fluently and I'm learning Spanish. I have 2 siblings, an older brother and a younger sister. I love teaching and helping people learn. I believe that everyone can learn English with the right approach. All of these are permanent situations in my life, so I use simple present. The fourth use of simple present is for schedules and timetables, fixed plans that don't change. Transportation schedules. Examples: the train leaves at 9:30 a.m. The bus arrives at 10:15. The flight departs at midnight. The subway runs every 15 minutes. Even though these are future events, we use simple present because they're part of a fixed, official schedule. Store and business hours. Examples: the store opens at 10 a.m. The bank closes at 5 p.m. The restaurant opens for lunch at noon. The gym closes at 11 p.m. Again, these are fixed schedules. Movie and event times. Examples: the movie starts at 7 p.m. The concert begins at 8 p.m. The show ends at 10 p.m. The game kicks off at 3 p.m. Class and work schedules. Examples: my class begins at 2 p.m. Work starts at 9 a.m. The meeting takes place on Monday. School finishes at 3:30 p.m. All of these use simple present because they're fixed schedules, official plans that are set and don't change. Number 5. Instructions and directions. The fifth use of simple present is for giving instructions, directions, and step-by-step procedures. Giving directions. Examples: you turn left at the traffic light. You go straight for 2 blocks. You take the second right. You walk past the bank, and the store is on your left. When giving directions, we use simple present, even though we're telling someone to do in the future. Recipes and cooking instructions. Examples: first, you mix the flour and eggs. Then you add sugar and butter. You bake it for 30 minutes at 180 degrees. You let it cool before serving. Recipes almost always use simple present. Instructions for using things. Examples. You click here to save the file. You press this button to turn it on. You insert the card and enter your PIN. You scroll down to see more options. Step-by-step procedures. Examples. First, you open the application. Then you select the file you want. You click Print and choose your settings. Finally, you confirm and wait for the document to print. All instructions and directions use simple present. How to form simple present sentences. Positive sentences. Now let's learn exactly how to form simple present sentences correctly. Positive sentences. Formula. For I, you, we, they, subject plus base verb. For he, she, it, subject plus verb plus s or es. Let's break this down. With I, you, we, they, use the base form of the verb. No changes. Examples. I work in an office. You speak English well. We live in a small town. They play soccer every weekend. I eat breakfast every morning. You know the answer. We have a car. They want to travel. See? Just the simple base form of the verb. Easy. With he, she, it, add s or es to the verb. Examples. He works in an office. She speaks English well. It rains a lot here. He plays soccer every weekend. She eats breakfast every morning. It costs too much. He has a car. She wants to travel. This is where students make the most mistakes. Remember, for he, she, it, you must add s or es. Common mistake. Wrong, she work in an office. Right, she works in an office. Wrong, he speak English. Right, he speaks English. Never forget the s or es for he, she, it. Now, there are specific spelling rules for adding s or es to verbs. Let's learn them all. Rule number 1. Most verbs simply add s. For most verbs, simply add s. Examples. Work, works. Play, plays. Eat, eats. Drink, drinks. Sleep, sleeps. Write, writes. Help, helps. Make, makes. Take, takes. Examples in sentences. She works every day. He plays tennis. It eats a lot. She drinks coffee. He sleeps late on weekends. Rule number 2. Verbs ending in s, ss, sh, ch, x, or z add es, not just s. Why? Because it's difficult to pronounce these sounds with just an s. Adding es makes an extra syllable. Examples: kiss, kisses; miss, misses; pass, passes; wash, washes; brush, brushes; teach, teaches; watch, watches; catch, catches; fix, fixes; mix, mixes; buzz, buzzes. Examples in sentences: she kisses her children goodnight. He misses his family. She washes the dishes every night. He teaches English. She watches TV every evening. He fixes computers. Listen to the pronunciation. She watch is has 2 syllables, not 1. Rule number 3. Verbs ending in consonant plus y, change y to I and add es. If the verb ends in a consonant plus y, you must remove the y and add ies. Examples: study, studies; try, tries; cry, cries; fly, flies; carry, carries; worry, worries; marry, marries; reply, replies. Examples in sentences: she studies English every day. He tries his best. The baby cries a lot. He worries too much. She carries a heavy bag. Important: this is only for consonant plus y. What's a consonant? Letters like B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. Rule number 4. Verbs ending in vowel plus y, just add s normally. Don't change the y. What's a vowel? Letters A, E, I, O, U. Examples: play, plays; say, says; pay, pays; enjoy, enjoys; buy, buys; stay, stays. Examples in sentences: he plays guitar. She says hello. He pays the bills. She enjoys reading. He buys groceries every week. See the difference? Study, consonant plus y, studies. Play, vowel plus y, plays. Rule number 5. Verbs ending in o add es. For most verbs ending in o, add es. Examples: go, goes; do, does; echo, echoes. Examples in sentences: she goes to work by bus. He does his homework every night. These are the most common o verbs. There aren't many. Irregular verbs. Most importantly, there's one very important irregular verb: have. Have becomes has, not halves. It's irregular. Examples: I have a car becomes he has a car. You have 2 brothers becomes she has 2 brothers. We have a meeting becomes it has a screen. This is one of the most common mistakes. Common mistake. Wrong, she haves a car. Right, she has a car. Pronunciation of S, ES endings. Quick note on pronunciation. The S or ES ending is pronounced in 3 different ways. 1. S sound, like a snake. S. After P, T, K, F sounds. Examples: stops, eats, works, laughs. 2. Z sound, like a B. Z. After vowels and voiced consonants: B, D, G, L, M, N, R, V. Examples: plays, reads, runs, lives. 3. Is or uz sound, an extra syllable. After S, SS, SH, CH, X, Z sounds. Examples: misses, washes, teaches, fixes. This is just for pronunciation. You don't need to worry too much about it. With practice, it will come naturally. Now, let's learn how to make negative sentences in simple present. Negative sentences formula. Subject plus do not, don't, or does not, doesn't, plus base verb. With I, you, we, they, use do not, don't. With he, she, it, use does not, doesn't. Examples with do not, don't. I do not work on weekends, or I don't work on weekends. You do not speak Spanish, or you don't speak Spanish. We do not live in Paris, or we don't live in Paris. They do not eat meat, or they don't eat meat. Examples with does not, doesn't. He does not work on weekends, or he doesn't work on weekends. She does not speak Spanish, or she doesn't speak Spanish. It does not rain much here, or it doesn't rain much here. Very important rule. After don't or doesn't, the verb goes back to the base form, no S or ES. Compare. Positive, she works. Verb has S. Negative, she doesn't work. Verb is base form, no S. Common mistake. Wrong, he doesn't works here. Right, he doesn't work here. Wrong, she doesn't likes coffee. Right, she doesn't like coffee. The S only goes on the positive verb, never after doesn't. More examples. I don't drink coffee. She doesn't eat breakfast. He doesn't play soccer. They don't watch TV. Let me give you some real examples. I don't drink coffee. I prefer tea. I don't like cold weather. I don't wake up early on weekends. My friend Sarah doesn't eat meat. She's vegetarian. She doesn't drink alcohol. She doesn't like spicy food. My brother doesn't live in this city anymore. He doesn't work on Fridays. All of these use the correct negative form. Contractions. In spoken English and informal writing, we almost always use contractions. Do not becomes don't. Does not becomes doesn't. In formal writing, you might write out do not and does not, but in everyday conversation, use the contractions. Now, let's learn how to make questions in simple present. Question sentences. Formula. Do or does plus subject plus base verb. With I, you, we, they, we use do. With he, she, it, we use does. Yes/no questions. These are questions with yes or no answers. Examples with do: Do I know you? Do you speak English? Do we have time? Do they live here? Examples with does: Does he work here? Does she like pizza? Does it rain a lot? Short answers. When answering yes/no questions, we use short answers. Do you speak English? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Does she work here? Yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't. Do they have children? Yes, they do. Or no, they don't. Does it cost a lot? Yes, it does. Or no, it doesn't. Very important rule. After do or does in questions, the verb is in base form. No s or es. Common mistake. Wrong, does he works here? Right, does he work here? Wrong, does she likes coffee? Right, does she like coffee? Even though he works and she likes are correct in positive sentences, in questions after does, we use the base form. WH questions. These are questions that start with question words: what, where, when, why, who, how, etc. Formula: WH word plus do or does plus subject plus base verb. Examples: What do you do? What's your job? Where do you live? When does the store open? Why do they always arrive late? How does this work? Who do you work for? More examples. What time do you wake up? Where does she work? When do they arrive? Why does he always forget? How often do you exercise? Notice the question word comes first, then do or does, then the subject, then the base verb. Special case: questions about the subject. When who or what is the subject of the question, we don't use do or does. Compare: Who do you love? You is the subject. Who is the object? Who loves you? Who is the subject? What do you want? You is the subject. What happens next? What is the subject? When the question word is the subject, the verb takes S for third person. Who works here? What makes you happy? Who knows the answer? This is a bit tricky, but you'll get it with practice. The verb be, special case. Important note: the verb be is different from all other verbs in simple present. With the verb be, we don't use do or does for negatives or questions. Positive: I am, I'm. You are, you're. He is, he's. She is, she's. It is, it's. We are, we're. They are, they're. Negative: I am not, I'm not. You are not, you aren't, you're not. He is not, he isn't, he's not. She is not, she isn't, she's not. It is not, it isn't, it's not. We are not, we aren't, we're not. They are not, they aren't, they're not. Questions: am I? Are you? Is he? Is she? Is it? Are we? Are they? Examples: I am a teacher. I'm not a doctor. She is happy. She isn't sad. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Is he your brother? No, he isn't. So remember, be is special. Don't use do or does with be. Wrong: do you are ready? Right: are you ready? Wrong: he doesn't is here. Right: he isn't here. Common mistakes with simple present. Let's look at all the common mistakes students make with simple present so you can avoid them. Mistake number 1: forgetting S or ES for he, she, it. This is the most common mistake. Wrong: she work in an office. Right: she works in an office. Wrong: he speak English. Right: he speaks English. Wrong: it cost too much. Right: it costs too much. Always remember he, she, it to add S or ES. Mistake number 2: adding S after doesn't or does. Wrong: he doesn't works here. Right: he doesn't work here. Wrong: does she likes coffee. Right: does she like coffee. After doesn't or does, use the base form with no S. Mistake number 3: using simple present for actions happening now. Wrong: I drink coffee right now. Right: I'm drinking coffee right now. Wrong: what do you do? If asking what they're doing right now. Right: what are you doing? Simple present is not for actions happening at this moment. It's for habits, facts, and permanent situations. We'll learn about present continuous in the next video for actions happening now. Mistake number 4, incorrect spelling of third person. Wrong, he studies English. Right, he studies English. Change Y to IES. Wrong, she washes the dishes. Right, she washes the dishes. Add ES after SH. Wrong, he halves a car. Right, he has a car. Irregular, not halves. Review the spelling rules. Mistake number 5, wrong question formation. Wrong, where you live. Right, where do you live? Wrong, what time the store opens. Right, what time does the store open? Always use do or does in questions, except with be. Mistake number 6, using do or does with the verb be. Wrong, do you already? Right, are you ready? Wrong, does she is happy? Right, is she happy? Never use do or does with the verb be. Mistake number 7, double negatives. Wrong, I don't have no money. Right, I don't have any money. In English, we only use one negative word in a sentence. Mistake number 8, wrong word order. Wrong, always I wake up at 7 a.m. Right, I always wake up at 7 a.m. Frequency adverbs come before the main verb, but after be. Section 14. Adverbs of frequency, position in sentence. Let's look more carefully at where frequency adverbs go in sentences. Frequency adverbs: always, usually, often, sometimes, occasionally, rarely, seldom, never. Rule number 1, before the main verb. Examples: I always brush my teeth. She usually drinks coffee. They often go to the gym. He sometimes forgets. We rarely eat out. I never smoke. Rule number 2, after the verb be. Examples: I am always happy. She is usually late. They are often busy. He is sometimes tired. We are rarely angry. It is never easy. Rule number 3, with negative sentences. The adverb of frequency goes between the subject and don't or doesn't. Examples: I usually don't eat breakfast. She always doesn't forget. They often don't come. Or you can use never instead of don't plus frequency adverb. I never eat breakfast instead of I don't ever eat breakfast. Rule number 4, in questions. Frequency adverbs can go after the subject in questions. Examples: do you often exercise? Does she usually work late? Do they always arrive on time? Sometimes, usually, normally, occasionally. These can also go at the beginning or end of the sentence. Examples: sometimes I wake up early. I sometimes wake up early. I wake up early sometimes. Usually she drinks coffee. She usually drinks coffee. She drinks coffee usually, but always, never, rarely, seldom, usually don't go at the beginning or end. Let's look more carefully at where frequency adverbs go in sentences. Frequency adverbs: always, usually, often, sometimes, occasionally, rarely, seldom, never. Rule number 1. Before the main verb. Examples: I always brush my teeth. She usually drinks coffee. They often go to the gym. He sometimes forgets. We rarely eat out. I never smoke. Rule number 2. After the verb to be. Examples: I am always happy. She is usually late. They are often busy. He is sometimes tired. We are rarely angry. It is never easy. Rule number 3. With negative sentences. The frequency adverb goes between the subject and don't or doesn't. Examples: I usually don't eat breakfast. She always doesn't forget. They often don't come. Or you can use never instead of don't plus frequency adverb. I never eat breakfast instead of I don't ever eat breakfast. Rule number 4. In questions. Frequency adverbs can go after the subject in questions. Examples: do you often exercise? Does she usually work late? Do they always arrive on time? Sometimes, usually, normally, occasionally can also go at the beginning or end of the sentence. Examples: sometimes I wake up early. Or I sometimes wake up early. Or I wake up early sometimes. Usually she drinks coffee. Or she usually drinks coffee. Or she drinks coffee usually. But always, never, rarely, seldom, usually don't go at the beginning or end. Time expressions with simple present. Let's review all the time expressions commonly used with simple present. Frequency adverbs: always, usually, often, sometimes, occasionally, rarely, seldom, never. How often? Every day, every week, every month, every year, every morning, every evening, every night, every Monday, every weekend, once a day, twice a week, 3 times a month, all the time. Days and times: on Mondays, on Tuesdays, on weekends, on weekdays, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. General time: these days, nowadays, in general, generally. Examples: I exercise every day. She works every Monday. We have meetings once a week. He goes to the gym 3 times a week. They play tennis on weekends. I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. She studies in the evening. We watch TV at night. Practice exercises. Now let's practice. I'll give you some exercises. Try to answer them yourself before I give you the answers. Exercise 1. Add S/ES where needed. 1. She work in a hospital. 2. He study English every day. 3. It rain a lot here. 4. She watch TV every evening. 5. He try his best. 6. She have 2 children. 7. It cost too much. 8. He go to the gym. Answers. Number 1. Works. Number 2. Studies. Consonant plus Y equals IES. Number 3. Rains. Number 4. Watches. Add ES after CH. Number 5. Tries. Consonant plus Y equals IES. Number 6. Has. Irregular. Number 7. Costs. Number 8. Goes. Add ES after O. Exercise 2. Make these sentences negative. 1. I like coffee. 2. She works on weekends. 3. They live in Paris. 4. He speaks Spanish. Answers. 1. I don't like coffee. 2. She doesn't work on weekends. 3. They don't live in Paris. 4. He doesn't speak Spanish. Exercise 3. Make these sentences into questions. 1. You speak English? 2. She works here? 3. They have children? 4. He likes pizza? Answers. 1. Do you speak English? 2. Does she work here? 3. Do they have children? 4. Does he like pizza? Exercise 4. Correct the mistakes. 1. She don't like coffee. 2. He work in an office. 3. Does she likes pizza? 4. I doesn't have a car. 5. Where you live? Answers. 1. She doesn't like coffee. Use doesn't, not don't. 2. He works in an office. Add S. 3. Does she like pizza? Base form after does. 4. I don't have a car. Use don't, not doesn't. 5. Where do you live? Need do. How did you do? Practice makes perfect. Let me give you lots of real-life examples so you can see simple present in action. Talking about your daily routine. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. I brush my teeth and take a shower. I eat breakfast at 7:30. I usually have oatmeal with fruit. I leave for work at 8 a.m. I take the subway to work. Work starts at 9 a.m. I have lunch at 1 p.m. I finish work at 5:30 p.m. I get home around 6:30. I cook dinner and relax. I go to bed around 11 p.m. Talking about your job. I work as a teacher. I teach English to students from different countries. I work Monday through Friday. I don't work on weekends. I prepare lessons and grade homework. I love my job. It makes me happy. Talking about your family. I live with my parents and my sister. My father works as an engineer. My mother works in a hospital. She's a nurse. My sister studies medicine at university. She wants to be a doctor. We have a dog. His name is Max. He loves to play. Talking about your hobbies. I love reading. I read every day before bed. I also enjoy cooking. I cook dinner almost every night. On weekends, I play tennis with my friends. I don't play very well, but I have fun. I also watch movies sometimes. Talking about preferences. I like hot weather. I don't like cold weather. I prefer tea to coffee. I love Italian food. I hate spicy food. I enjoy listening to music. I don't enjoy cleaning the house. All of these use simple present because they're about habits, permanent situations, facts, and general preferences. Simple present in context. Let me show you a longer text using simple present so you can see how it works in context. My name is Sarah. I live in New York City. I work as a graphic designer for a small company. Every day, I wake up at 6 a.m. I don't like waking up early, but I don't have a choice. I take a quick shower and get dressed. I usually wear jeans and a nice shirt to work. I don't eat breakfast at home. Instead, I buy coffee and a bagel on my way to work. I know it's not the healthiest option, but it saves time. I arrive at the office around 8:30. Work officially starts at 9, so I have time to settle in. My job is interesting but stressful. I design graphics for websites and advertisements. I work on multiple projects at the same time. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. It depends on the day. I take lunch at 1 p.m. I usually eat at my desk because I have a lot of work. I bring lunch from home 3 times a week, and I buy lunch 2 times a week. After work, I go to the gym. I exercise for about an hour. Exercise helps me relax and feel better. On Fridays, I don't go to the gym. Instead, I meet friends for dinner. We try different restaurants around the city. On weekends, I don't work. I sleep late, I read books, I watch movies, and I spend time with my family and friends. Weekends are my favorite time of the week. See how simple present is used throughout this text? It's all about Sarah's routine, habits, job, and general lifestyle. It's also important to know when not to use simple present. Don't use simple present for actions happening right now at this moment. Wrong, I eat lunch right now. Right, I'm eating lunch right now. Present continuous. 2. Temporary situations. Wrong, I live in a hotel this week. Right, I'm living in a hotel this week. Present continuous. 3. Specific completed actions in the past. Wrong, I go to Paris last year. Right, I went to Paris last year. Simple past. 4. Future plans and arrangements. Wrong, I meet my friend later today. Unless it's a schedule. Better, I'm meeting my friend later today. Present continuous for future plans. 5. Actions that started in the past and continue now if you want to emphasize the duration. Wrong for emphasis. I study English for 5 years. Better, I've been studying English for 5 years. Present perfect continuous. However, I study English is fine if you just want to state the fact without emphasis. We'll learn about these other tenses in future videos. Let's summarize everything. Use simple present for 1. Habits and routines. Things you do regularly. I drink coffee every morning. 2. General facts and truths. Things that are always true. Water boils at 100 degrees. 3. Permanent situations. Long-term, stable situations. I live in New York. 4. Schedules and timetables. Fixed plans. The train leaves at 9 a.m. 5. Instructions and directions. How to do something. You turn left at the corner. How to form simple present. How to form simple present. Positive. I, you, we, they become base verb. He, she, it becomes verb plus s/es. Example: I work or she works. Negative: I, you, we, they become don't plus base verb. He, she, it becomes doesn't plus base verb. Example: I don't work or she doesn't work. Questions: I, you, we, they become do plus subject plus base verb. He, she, it becomes does plus subject plus base verb. Example: do you work or does she work? Remember, always add s or es for he, she, it in positive sentences. After doesn't or does, use base form, no s. Review spelling rules for adding s or es. Final tips. Here are my final tips for mastering simple present. Tip number 1. Practice every day. The more you use simple present, the more natural it becomes. Try to describe your daily routine every day in English. Tip number 2. Pay attention to he, she, it. The biggest mistake is forgetting to add s or es. Make it a habit to always check. Tip number 3. Learn the spelling rules. Review the spelling rules until they become automatic. Most verbs add s. After s, ss, sh, ch, x, z, add es. Consonant plus y change to ies. Have becomes has. Tip number 4. Use frequency adverbs. Make your sentences more specific by using always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. Tip number 5. Don't translate from your language. English tenses work differently from other languages. Think about the function and meaning, not just the time. Tip number 6. Read and listen. Pay attention to simple present when you read English texts or listen to English speakers. Notice when and how it's used. Conclusion. All right, everyone, that's a complete guide to simple present. We covered all 5 main uses of simple present: how to form positive, negative, and question sentences, all the spelling rules for adding s or es for he, she, or it, common mistakes and how to avoid them, frequency adverbs and time expressions, practice exercises, and real-life examples. Simple present is one of the most important tenses in English. You use it every single day. Now you have all the knowledge you need to use it correctly. Remember, simple present is for habits, facts, permanent situations, schedules, and instructions. It's not for actions happening right now. That's present continuous, which we'll cover in the next video. Now it's time for today's question. Today's question is, write 3 sentences about your daily routine using simple present. For example, here are my sentences. 1. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. 2. I drink green tea for breakfast. 3. I work on YouTube videos in the afternoon. Now it's your turn. Write 3 sentences in the comments about your daily routine. Make sure to use simple present correctly. Add s or es for he, she, or it if you're talking about someone else. Use frequency adverbs or time expressions. I'll read your sentences and give you feedback if needed. This is great practice. All right, everyone. That's it for today's complete guide to simple present. I hope you now feel confident using simple present tense. Remember, this is just the first video in our 12-part series on English tenses. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me create more content for you. And if you're new to Easy to Remember, make sure you subscribe. We're going through all 12 English tenses one by one. Simple present, today's video. Present continuous, next video. Present perfect continuous. Simple past continuous. Past perfect continuous. Simple future, will. Future with going to. Future continuous, and future perfect. Click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos in this series. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of this learning journey. Keep practicing simple present, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll learn all about present continuous. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.